That big rock in the middle of the creek is interesting. Why is this actually not working? Hello. Hi, Mr. Weenie Cat. Oh, because I turned off Wi-Fi, that's why. Duh. This is a cool trail. I've walked here before. I think you can go up this road and it runs into this later. Me and Vero took Mog here one time. But I'm going to go up I don't think we ever went up the actual hiking trail. I'm going to go up it today. Hopefully I have cell service enough to stream the whole time. And let's see what it's like. What did I just do? Alright, there we go. I was missing what connection I was using. Margaret's Way. That's a trail. Kind of a trail in the middle of that. This actually might be what I remember, because this looks like it turns into a gravel road. This used to be an old campground, so there's boxes all over, and all the places that cut off. There's a bunch of old roads that go through, and where you can tell where the campsites used to be at different places. Like right here, another road. They all have trails. Well, people have been walking on them. Cedar, hemlock. Interesting. This is a good place. Here, I'm gonna sit the phone down right here real quick. I wore a jacket, a really thin one, because it felt kind of cool earlier in the wind. But this is actually pretty steep, and I'm just gonna take it off before I start sweating, because I know I'm going to. Pulled my headset off. Taking the jacket off. Trying to fix everything. All right. Hello. Person came by and she's looking at me like, because I looked up and saw her and I was looking at my phone. It looked like she was looking at me like, why are you walking down up the hiking trail staring at your phone? Which is, understandable. Why would you be walking up the hiking trail staring at your phone? I'm holding it sideways like I'm watching videos on it. Like I'm walking up a trail in the woods watching TV or something. Let me go ahead and put my battery back on my phone before it just starts dying. All right. This isn't the nicest trail, since it's like a lot of it's walking up a road. There's a really nice trail on the other side of the mountains that I've gone way up before. I wasn't sure how good a cell service I'd have at either one of these, so I figured I'd go up this one first And if it worked fine, then I'd figure I'd probably be okay going up the other trail. It kind of goes up some valleys more, though. You see, this like definitely used to be a campsite. You have the box there where you'd plug out the power, the road, and then the little driveway that pulled off, and a nice little campsite. They're like all along here. I wonder why they closed it. It looks like it's been closed for a really long time, or quite a while. Here's where another campsite was at. See all along here also. Cool. Awesome. So it curves this way now. Oh, looks like the road used to go that way. This curves where a campsite's at. Oh, and then it turns into a, looks like, at least this part turns into an actual hiking trail. Yeah, I'm kind of getting used to them now. But the woods look really cool. All the mossy trees and everything. Like, I used to especially think it was crazy when I first moved up here. It was so different than what I'm used to. Look at these trees. It's like, looks kind of like two with multiple trunks. Just growing right beside each other. I mean, it kind of just merges into one tree at the bottom. Yeah, see, this stuff is really mossy. I wouldn't think it'd stay that wet on the sunny side. Well, this is like, yeah, it is like the west facing side. I guess more in the winter. It's a ways through the day before. This is kind of northwest facing. When the sun's further south, like a couple months ago. I guess maybe it never dries out here under the trees. The ground doesn't look too wet, so I just figured it like, it's not a valley with a creek either. So I figured up on the side of the mountain, the trees wouldn't be this mossy. Oh, that part of the trail cuts up to another road. More campsites. An old road. Interesting. Hey, look at this tree up here. Look at that limb. It's like there's two of them, like trunks that they're like trunk size. It's like two other trunks that just stick straight out, and then just another trunk growing up from it. Freaking weird. That one just looks like it broke off. The other one looks curved. But I guess maybe it broke off, and but that definitely like looks like a limb that broke off and then it just grew out from it. See, like part of it is broken off before. Oh, there's a breeze coming through now. It's a lot cooler. It was feeling kind of stuffy under the trees. They give you lots of signs where all of these old roads split off, so you know which way to go. Can't really get lost. Right, we're going off the road onto a trail again, it looks like. Be a cool place to camp when this was a campground. This is like just right on the side of the mountain, and it just kind of like drops off. You can see a little bit through the trees. And I haven't been hiking steep stuff. My legs are like, what the freak are you doing, dude? haven't hiked anything this steep without trekking poles since I hurt my knee. But my leg has been feeling fine, so I figured I'd be good. Which so far I am. It's starting to get steeper, so you can see out from over the trees a little. And this tree is, it fell over until the other tree caught it. You can see it pulled out of the ground some and just pulled this root over out of the hill a little bit. And the other tree's just holding it up or helping. It's not holding it up a lot. I guess it just pulled over enough. We're just leaning on it just a little bit. Looks like it more just caught it enough to keep it from falling all the way over. I set up some new stuff. So assuming it worked right, my stream had music on the starting screen instead of it just being silent. It's taken me years, literally years, to get around to setting that up, but I did. I also wasn't sure if I was going to go bike riding, so I set it up where I have my heart rate on the screen while I bike ride, like I do when I play Beat Saber. I could actually, I don't know, I've ever seen people do hiking streams where their heart rate, but could actually turn it on now if you want to see how much I'm dying going up this hill. Which, it's only 134 right now. Oh, I didn't actually check to see if it would work. I don't know if my phone has... I think my Fitbit might have to be on Wi-Fi. But I'm also not sure if it goes through the phone. So it might not actually work. I tried it at home. I might have to get it to join my Wi-Fi hotspot for heart rate to actually work. There's a road that looks like they drive up. Huh. Come around the curve and go up that way. Looks like a four-wheeler side-by-side or something. Wonder what they drive them up here for. Oh, I hear a creek. Oh, it's just a little small one. I knew I heard running water. Oh, look, it just runs under the ground, under that root. And then they have a mound here to make it all go through the pipe so it doesn't come out over the trail. Through these both, looks like they just run together. This is a semi-ish overlook. So you can see off just a little ways through the trees. And the cell service is all freaking over the place. All three of them are going all up and down in pretty high latency. All three connections, but they're all three getting enough bandwidth. It's just I figured instead of people like tuning in and they're like, you would expect somebody to have music. So it's probably people like tune in and they're like, wait, the sound's not working. Is it the stream or is my sound not working? And all this stuff. And viewpoint. Okay, we made it to an overlook. And the trail keeps going up that way. This is the furthest I've ever been up here. Me and Veryl took Mog walking up here one time, and he was dead and ready to go back. By the time we got up to here, he's like, nah, there ain't no way I'm going up further. You guys will have to feed me a lot to get me to go further. So we turned around. Oh, it was also getting dark, I think. It's really hazy today, like really hazy. You can barely make out the mountains through the haze. There's, I don't know if you can on the phone. Cool. That plane or whatever that I think or bird or whatever on stream, there's mountains back there. I didn't mean to zoom. I can barely make them out myself, but the phone can't make them out. That's the Olympic, like the mountains on the Olympic Peninsula, but it's so freaking hazy you can't actually, it'd look really nice if, yeah, those are planes taking off. That, that was really large. I can't point with it that high. Okay, anyways, that, I'm sorry. I'll try to move it with both hands. That tower right there in the middle is the air control tower for SeaTac, for the big airport traffic control tower. So the valley in front of it is where Renton and Kent is at. And then it's up on the hill. And then the other side, there's a little bit more stuff, and then the sound. And I think the taller one you can see. I actually don't know. Is there any other hill after that? I think the taller one would be the stuff on the other side of the sound. But I am actually not sure. Yeah, I meant to set up music like when I set up that starting scene. So I didn't have music at first because when I first started streaming, I'd just go ahead and launch Beats Over and it would be playing some kind of music and I'd have that pipe through when it was on the starting screen. And then I got lazy. I changed stuff so I didn't have music, so instead of adding music, I just didn't use the starting screen. I just went live with my avatar just laying on the floor or something before I put the trackers on. On the main menu on Beat Saber. And then I started doing IRL streams, so I started using the starting screen, but I hadn't had any music. So it's been basically putting it off for years. Since like, I don't even know when I set that up, in 2019 or something, the starting screen. It only took like 20 minutes to figure out how to do it. I'm actually not sure. What time is it? 6:24. Guess I'll keep walking. I'm not sure, but I think there's one more viewpoint a little ways up. And then the next one is like a few more miles up. So the next one should be at like, the sign at the beginning of the trail said it was 3.5 miles up. The trail goes way off out into the woods. The little one that cuts off. And the really, really tall one is kind of over on the other side of the mountain. You can see Rainier from it. You'd be able to see Rainier today through the haze because I could see it a little bit driving here, but not see it good. But that one is like, I'm not sure. I think it's like a 10-mile round trip or something, and I don't have enough time to do that if my legs didn't die. So I'm just gonna go up to the next one. That shouldn't be that far, that much further. Unless that one back there is not what I'm thinking. And I'm only like, and I'm not close to what I think the next one is. The trail has turned into like hiking trail and gotten way less steep. See through the trees a little more here. Right now it's gotten mega steep again. Alright, you're about to get where you can kind of see off this way. And this trail is dang steep. Or pretty steep. Some other little, well, that looked like a trail that cut off. I think it's just where water runs. I don't remember. It's where I was going 3.5 miles. I think it's like 600 feet elevation gain, which I guess isn't that much compared to actual steep stuff, but a lot compared to there's not actually that many steep trails here. They're all just flat, or if they're not, they're, just, at least not unless you go into the mountains more. There's not hardly any, so I hardly ever walk on anything. No, bit right. Didn't think about this. This trail is going down in the valley, kind of, and the cell towers are back that way. And this way, I don't think there are any until all the way over to Issaquah. And I don't know. I don't think those would pick up this far. So, I guess worst case, I'll turn around if I run out of service. Maybe it'll get better up here. Just phones they have a bar. This is holding okay right now. If it only, my iPhone's the only thing picking up. If it starts getting bad, I'm going to switch something, which is going to make it totally disconnect. But maybe it'll come back better if I do that. Hey, looks like another trail it runs into. Okay, here's the other viewpoint. This should be the other one I was talking about. And then the nicest one is way on up there. .634. If I could walk as fast as I've been, I think I maybe would have time to get up there and get back down. But it'd be pushing it to get back. So I guess I won't try. So let's walk out this one and hang out a bit. And then I guess head back down. 43 minutes. That'd be okay. That'd be an hour and a half stream anyways. We also walked back into Soul Service, which is nice. like it's not a creek that goes through. Just a random marshy looking area. Or at least, I guess, marshy enough that they built the trail up. You can't see anything that way from the sun. And the stream can't. Alright, we made it. I wonder what that is. Another trail that goes that way? Let me go see. And then go hang out at the overlook. Private property, keep out. Oh, it looks like there's a house this way. And there's a trail here because I guess whoever lives down there, this is their private trail that comes up to the overlook. All right, cool. Hello. And there's another house over here. Looks like okay, so you can see the mountains now. It'd be a really nice view if it wasn't so hazy. I think I'm gonna sit over here in the grass someplace and drink some water. Seems like a good area. Alright, I'm gonna sit on down right there real quick. Hello again. I was putting, getting water and some crackers to eat for a snack out of my pack. How can I sit this? You guys can see where I'm holding it. White. I can use the kickstand thing. Or that kind of works. Until it sinks into the pack. There we go. You can't see Rainier from here. I guess it's over there by the other house. Maybe from where it would be. So is that the... So I guess the water you can see is Lake Washington. Yeah. I can't see, at least I would assume that's way too far away to be sound. That has to be Lake Washington. And I'm assuming downtown Seattle must be over to the right on around the hill, where you just can't see it from here. Oops, I'm bad at holding this still with one hand. I was looking for the airport because we could see it earlier. I think it's over here behind the trees. I'll get up and walk over there in a minute and we can go see. I got these to eat and drink water, but I actually don't know if I'm that hungry. I might just not eat any. I'll drink water, and that seemed like maybe all I wanted. That's a nice overlook. It makes me want to come up here earlier someday and walk up to the next one. I'm actually gonna look real quick and see how far away that is on my other phone. Where am I? Oh, so where I'm at, from where I'm at, it's another... It's 2.16 miles, and it's almost 800 more feet of elevation gain. It looks like it levels out for a while mostly, and then it gets really steep. Actually steeper than the stuff I've already walked, and switchbacks back and forth up the, I guess up to the top of the mountain. So definitely don't have time for that, because it's only like an hour from sunset. An hour? I've been walking. So actually, if I only hang out up here a little bit longer and I walk down the same speed, I'll just get back about right at sunset. So this is pretty good. I started just early enough to have time to make it up to here and hang out just a little bit, and then head back down. Oh, hi, Issa. Yeah. I've never been up here before, so it's pretty cool. I'm sorry if you felt if I knocked chat over it. I'm gonna put my bottle back in my backpack and walk around a little bit. You can see the rest of the view before I leave. Head back down. I hope you're doing good today. It's really, really, really hazy today. It's hardly ever this hazy here. About the only time it gets harder to see than this is when it's wildfire season. All right. Yeah, so because you can just barely make out the mountains. A lot of days you can see good enough to see. Those are the ones on the Olympic Peninsula, and they're like snow capped and everything. You can normally see good enough to make out all of that. Today you can just barely see them through the haze. It's still a really nice view. Oh yeah, when I was I guess that must have been when I was walking along the lake at that park, and you could just see them over like Seattle. See, did I get everything up from here? I did. Okay, cool. So I'm trying to figure out where Rainier would be. I think, so that's directly west. I think Rainier would be like back there. I was gonna see if I could maybe see it through these trees a little, but I think it's back behind the big clump. And you can't go. There's someone's house right here. I guess there's houses that butt up to the edge of the park, so you can't go. Yeah, see, past this fence over here. The fence is pulled over. I wonder if people go past the fence into their yard. I'm not. I'm just curious. a gravel road at first walking up, but then it turned into a nice trail. Let's see. Okay, I can see better. There was some stuff I was looking for over there. It was behind those trees. So, there's the airport. That you can see barely. So, the water is definitely Lake Washington. I thought it looked too close to be the Sound. We're just high enough. You couldn't see it at the other overlook, but this is just high enough to see it over the hill. This is Lake Washington, and then so where's downtown Seattle? That must be Renton and Southern Lake Washington. Oh, and that must be... So Seattle's up around here. You can't see it. I think it's just barely on the other side of the... Around the... Either that or I can just barely make out the tower. It could be so hazy that I just can't see any of the buildings. If you can see them from here. But I think it's back up around there. Huh. And there's a cell phone tower. That's why I have service here. I guess walking up to here where it cut off right back there, it's just because I'm over this little hill. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. I think I'm definitely gonna come up here another day sometime and go up to... This is only like halfway up the mountain, or maybe not even halfway up. Because it's another... What did I say a few minutes ago? I think I said it was another 800 feet elevation gain up to the next overlook. And that one has really, really good views of Rainier, going by the pictures on Google Maps. And I guess this is about halfway. Man, another one is gonna be a lot. This was 3.5 miles according to the sign. So it'd be like 7 miles. Wait. That has to be round trip. There's no way I've walked 3.5 miles. Did I? Unless I just walked fast. I don't feel like it. Okay, yeah, it's a mile and a half. Actually, this says it's less than a mile and a half. So what was the 3.5 miles? Because this is Debbie's View, and it said 3.5 miles to Debbie's View. No, wait. Oh, wait, no, the other one is Debbie's View. What was this called then? I guess this is just literally a, oh, that's funny. Oh, this is Tilly's Overlook. Is what Google calls it. Gaia doesn't actually have it labeled. It's just a viewpoint. So I guess it's 3.5 miles. So 7 miles round trip going up to the other one. So that shouldn't be too hard. I can just do that one day. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna head back down. Maybe just zoom in, see if there's anything else. I can't see IRL hardly from the sun. I can actually see through the phone better. Kind of funny. Yeah. I'm gonna sit down here and retie one of my shoes real quick. I'm wearing my new hiking shoes. Right, hi and bye. I'm wearing a new pair of hiking shoes, and the laces are kind of, well, my feet are sliding around in them. It's like you have to like keep tightening them up. Oh, so that, for anyone that wasn't here earlier, that just goes down to someone's house. There's some private property, no trespassing signs back there. So I guess it's somebody's private trail where they can go from their house and come out here to the overlook. Oh, I should take a picture of this real quick. All right. Bad bit right down for a minute until I get on around the other side of the hill. You know, actually thinking about it now, I don't know if I would have a cell service all the way up to that, because it's really bad here, and that kind of keeps in over this the lip of the mountain. Hello.
There's a big black bear right there.
Oh, really?
I was getting nervous. I was taking a video, but I have a dog, so I don't know if that makes him feel more threatened.
Yeah.
Do you know about that? Their behavior with dogs?
No, not really. I don't, unless it has cubs around, I don't think it would care.
Yeah. I did get a nice video.
I'm not
He was right there, now he moved right down there.
Oh, over by the trail?
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably be okay.
I've only lived here for a couple years, but like bears in the southeast, black bears, unless they have cubs, like you can pretty much walk by them unless they, if you don't get too close.
Yeah, because he was kind of doing this. I'm like,
oh, looking at you?
Yeah, because I'm wondering if, because I have a dog, if he's feeling more threatened.
Oh.
I don't have my shirt on the face. I'm sure he'll be fine. Right up there, so I just didn't bring any today. Pretty. Where are you from?
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I've seen bears in the Smokies, like,
Smoky.
yeah, and been like, feet from one, like on the edge of the hiking trail. Yeah.
And they're totally fine. Is that the Appalachia Trail that's out there, or where's that?
Yeah, it goes up through there. Like it goes through the park there, and
nice.
yeah.
I always wanted to go to that period.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Well, how do you like Washington?
I like it.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can't get any prettier. This is a beautiful state. Yeah, I think this is a time of day where the bears and owls. I'm hoping I see some owls.
Yeah, yeah, it's really pretty at home, but like I'm not used to this yet. So like the mountains are really, really nice here. Yeah. Cascades.
Oh, there he is right there. That one right
I guess I'm gonna walk on up and see if I can find him.
Okay.
See him.
Yeah, he's if you go around that corner a little bit, and then he's on the right. There he
Uh-huh.
is right there.
It might
Eating.
spook him less if somebody without a dog walks by first. So
What?
it might spook him less if somebody without a dog walks by
Yeah.
first. I don't know.
I'm sure he's fine.
I do not see him or it, the bear yet. From where she was pointing, it should be over here near the trail. I guess I shouldn't be being too quiet if there's a bear, because like I don't want to sneak up on it. Don't. Hello, bear. Are there any eating bears around here? Man, it's unfortunate. I was hoping I'd get a video. Was he down here on this side of the trail? Yeah, I can't find him anywhere. Yeah, I saw something. It looks like a stump.
So he lumbered off, I guess.
Uh-huh.
That's okay. I got my video.
Oh, right down there.
Where?
He's down there through the bushes.
Hard
Or
to spot, right?
whatever the plants with the big leaves, like, see that tree trunk that's going across?
Yeah.
I just saw him move. Yeah, I don't,
Oh, okay. That's
you can't tell it's him now. I saw him turn his head.
I think that's him.
Yeah.
Right on the outside. Huh. What's he doing? What is he doing in those things?
Maybe he's waiting for us to leave. He's like... Oh, yeah, see, he's moving a little bit again now.
He's right underneath him, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Kind of cool. Yeah, I've never seen a bear here. You see all of the signs at Cougar Mountain and everything telling you to watch out for bears.
Yeah, I got a picture of him.
Oh, nice.
I got a video. I think I might have overstepped my boundaries though when I took a video because he was getting a little bit too curious.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, okay, I think I need to back up and just go up there for a little bit. Oh, there he is. He's coming out. Oh, yeah, he's coming out now. He's sniffing us. He's pretty harmless. Pretty grizzly.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to mind us being here too much.
I'm guessing they're used to people, you know?
Yeah.
Being in this area. But you never know.
Yeah, I've never seen one, but like, who knows how many of them have seen me? Like, yeah, he looks huge. Yeah. You've been eating all winter.
This is cool.
Yeah.
It's funny because I said a little prayer earlier. I was like, God, let me see some wildlife today. Preferably a bear, maybe some deer, an owl.
Yeah, I always see those.
The bear's right here. I was talking to him about a bear because someone told me earlier that a bear was on the trail. Yeah. It's a big black one.
Let me see if it's the same one.
I got some good pictures in the video.
Okay, let me do the same. Because my wife will not do it. Oh, it seems like it's the same size. Yeah, it's the same size. Yeah. Oh no, it's a different profile. I think the one I saw was a bit smaller. Maybe a different profile. So this adult, like 6 feet.
Yeah, he's pretty, look pretty healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's hiding from us.
Oh yeah, it's bigger than this one. Okay, it's bigger. bears. On the left. You can see.
Oh, that was so cool. I got a little startled because I didn't expect him. He was really close to the trail. Like, oh yeah. I wasn't making noise like you were telling me. I was just like,
Oh, okay.
la 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 la.
Yeah, and they can do some sort of cough on. But usually they spot you earlier than you spot them.
Yeah.
Because they have a strong
Smell.
smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Oh.
smelling
Yeah.
me.
In my case, I was like facing the hikers going toward me like 3 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and they have some sort of fresh clothes with smell. I think this is what bear was like a bit, you know, confused, and like he was like following the smell, and he did not see me
Oh, that's
until we were like
yeah. He was
about
really
100 feet.
a pretty bear.
Yeah,
Very healthy.
he's going to the left side now. Oh, I hear
Yeah.
him. Yeah, but he is not interested in you, you know.
He just
Just like
yeah, he was
thinking of you like, oh yeah, I'm in, like in a safe distance, and he is not interested in going toward you, you know. So you cannot just go really close to bear unless. Oh yeah, it's here. Oh, do you see? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
'cause I was taking a video and some pictures, and he stopped eating. He was looking at it. He was like smelling me, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm getting too close. And I got a little nervous, and I went back up there. I was like, I'm getting a little scared. I don't want him like lunging at me or anything, because I had blue, and blue was getting all weird.
Yeah.
Well, you can smell it very well. So I thought that's the only thing I've ever smelled.
Yeah, that one is doing his business, not noticing
How
us.
cool though! I love seeing wildlife. I love seeing wildlife in the wilds. As long as they're not too close to me.
Yeah, it's cool. I
Yeah.
always see the watch out for bear and mountain lion signs, and I'm always like, I wish I'd see a bear. Like, maybe not a mountain lion, but I'd like to see a bear.
For mountain lion, I think the chances are like close to nothing.
Yeah.
You know, they're just.
They'll see you and just stay away from you.
Or elusive.
Yeah, they both prefer to stay away from people, but you know, bear can be like busy with something like eating blackberries or things like that, and he like loses his like, you know,
I'd be
not being too
afraid.
cautious, right? So, but for a mountain lion, it's not the case. They just never seen one.
I heard a cougar before. I've heard one where,
Oh, really?
where I was backpacking and I was by one of my first overnights by myself. I had the dog with me, and I heard this noise, and it sounded like it
Oh,
honestly
mountain
sounded
lion?
like a woman screaming.
Yeah, they can do that. Yeah.
And I was freaking out. I'm in my tent. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I mean, I just laid there. I was in such terror that I couldn't even move.
They don't care. They ignore you.
But it was at night. I couldn't see
Yeah, I know.
anything.
Even though.
I thought it was an elk. Someone says, "Oh, maybe it's an elk," and then I YouTubed it. I go, "No, it was a cougar." I guess
Yeah.
they do that, make that noise. I don't know.
Yeah, cougar can imitate squirrel noise, so you can see it, like,
Yeah,
but really loud.
Yeah.
They can do that.
like how cats do that at the window when they see a bird. They go, they make that noise when the cougar's louder.
Yeah, cougar can do that.
Yeah. Wow, this is amazing. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Do you see?
Yeah, I think it's his head just sticking up through.
Yeah.
That's why I was looking at. I thought I saw it move, but then I was like, I'm not sure if that's a bear or not.
And you're safe unless you try to run away from it.
Oh, do they
Don't-
like
don't-
decide you're prey then, or like?
From bears, you never.
Got a video.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty big.
Awesome. Yeah, this one is.
But then he's like, "Oh, what is she doing?
Yeah, this one is big.
She's taking a video of me."
Yeah, it's adult. Yeah, so you only can be in danger if you see bear see you, and you go back and try to run away, because they kind of have a predator instinct, right? So you should never run away from that bear, and then make sure you're not giving it back to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, otherwise, so you can like be like you can if you are too close, you can go back slowly, right? So
Oh, and like
to be
walk away, like
yeah,
facing them.
like
Yeah.
do it slowly, and it's pretty safe. He will not follow you
That's what
because it's not on his interest at all.
Yeah. He
Just-
wants to eat and stay away from
no,
us.
Absolutely not. he's not considering you the food. Never. Like the most dangerous thing you can be is some bear cubs near you.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of so you need to like
Then it's
go
like,
back
yeah,
to give him some safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That unless they had clubs, they don't really care about you much.
He's right under that tree still, isn't he? Right there.
Yeah, something like
Are you from Russia? Where are you from?
that. Originally from Russia, yeah.
Yeah.
I just-
Do you see bears there? You have their experience, it seems like.
No, I did not. Actually, 2 weeks ago, the first time I saw a bear like when I was hiking solo, right? So,
Here?
in
Was
Russia,
it here?
yeah, here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Russia it's not the case. I mean, in Russia, I think the chances are much lower than here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it just you can think of Russian cities as like things like Seattle or like they're like pretty dense population and
Yeah.
there are no bears or like wildlife there at all. But you can go into woods,
Yeah.
and then there are grizzlies. You know, there are in the region which I was living. It was far eastern region. There are like tigers
Oh,
and
wow,
wolves.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
all of them.
Dang.
And my dad was seeing some of them.
Wow.
Because I can go into woods. He was knowing what to do, but I would never dare. You know.
Yeah, I come across those, I think it's YouTube or one of the, and there's this one lady has a huge wolf as a pet, and this other guy, it was in Russia, so I'm guessing, like what you said, they must find them when they're babies and they raise them.
No. It's pretty similar experience as you have here in US. So no petting. No. Yeah, it was like very usual living in Russia is very close to usual living in US. So it's nothing different.
Yeah. I mean, we're not supposed to do that either. We're not supposed to take wild pets and raise them because, you know, as pets.
No, it's not a hobby.
They're wild.
No, dogs and cats, like usual. Nothing to fancy, you know. I think Canadians are more like get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really have it on their back.
You can hear them
Squeeze my.
going through the trees.
Yeah, I think we can.
You might walk right in the trees.
Yeah, thanks for pointing the bear out.
Oh, yeah.
Let us spot it anymore.
It's really cool seeing
My bears are really looking at me. I want some space. I need my space.
Yeah, my experience 2 weeks ago was much more scary. So I was seeing a bear like at the tree, the tree on the right side. On the, I think it's in the shoulder. It was not like the side. It was a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I think.
And what did you
Yeah, right from
it.
here.
That is really cool.
when you started with this?
Oh, usually bears like when see people they like run away immediately on that distance especially. But that one was so big and strong that the three meters so like they figuring out where the smell is coming from. And he was like looking at me, I was looking at him. Okay. But he was like in my direction. I wanted to go that way. He was walking, completely blocking my way. So I just yelled at him to beat. And he was like a lazy, like, oh come on, I don't want. Just ran away and just on the way which I was supposed to go. Come on, okay, nice. What should I do now?
Like, I can't go forward until you get off the trail.
Yeah. So like I gave him like several minutes
Yeah.
to just and then go that way straight. Which is a mistake usually. You shouldn't do that, right? Because you should go in opposite direction. So it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So I was just extra aware around the corners to do not connect him again. Yeah, but this is a different one. So we in this Quark Mountain we had at least 2.
yeah. Because I thought, well, that was last. When was that last
What's the
fall.
first time you seen the bear? The bear. What's the first time you seen the bear? So like you can
Well, I've
make
seen,
a video.
well, I've seen bears here before.
Uh huh.
There was another one, this was last year, and it was
Okay.
further down on the right side. And I was looking, I heard a noise, and this bear was in the tree.
Okay.
And he came down from the tree,
Okay.
and I was like telling my friend, hey, there's a bear. So I started to take a video, and then he stood up on his hindquarters. He was like this, and then I panicked when he stood up. I was like, oh my god. Then I really panicked. My friend yelled, Cubs. He yelled, and then I was just like, oh my god. And I probably
My shoes are chilies going downhill.
He goes, well, I thought I saw Cubs.
Yeah, not the most enjoyable experience, right?
All right, there we go.
It's like the view there, but at the same time,
All right, that's better.
you're never not follow, right?
All right, I don't know if it. Oh, wait, I guess it did blurred. I turned the screen off for a minute while I sat it down. I was trying to retie my shoes because my feet are sliding into the front of my shoes and crushing my toes. Since these are new hiking shoes. I'm gonna retie the other one also. They're both doing it now. Yeah, I think. Okay, I'll sit it down like that this time. It felt a lot better tightening the shoe up. I know, that was really cool. Alright, now I think I'm ready to walk down the hill. It didn't get steep until after the bear, and I walked a little bit, and then I'm like, oh wait, there's a log. I'm gonna stop there and tie my shoes. And they had both kind of caught up with me too, almost. They seem to be more avid hikers than me, and my knees are like, dude, what are you doing? We don't want to go downhill now. So, yeah, that was really cool. Really, really cool. I'm really glad I got to see a bear. Hadn't seen a bear in a long freaking time. I guess I've seen a few bears in Cades Cove in the Smokies, and we were on a trail one day, and a bear was off the side of the trail eating, like I was telling her. Yeah. Maybe I'm getting lucky seeing animals in the woods. But yeah, I really do. There's a bunch of trails here I've hiked at. I think this trail even had one at the beginning. The signs, it'll say like cougars and when she said there's a bear up ahead and there's a giant fluffy dog at the side. Yeah, that would have been scary. Yeah, she showed me pictures, and it was really, really close to her. Like, it looked like about half the distance as it was the closest when we saw it. So, and she showed me a video of, like, her taking a picture or video and it eating and it, like, picking its head up and just staring straight at her. Like, that would have spooked me bad too. So when she came up and said she was worried because it was like sniffing and looking at her and she had a dog, like I would have been spooked also. Watching what it was doing. Oh, here's the little cut-off trail that cuts off. I don't know where it goes. Oh, here's another one of these huge four trunk trees or whatever. They're like funky. Oh, we're down to the other viewpoint. Alright, I actually did get, well, it felt like I got down here really fast, but I did stop a while and look at the bear. That might have made it more exciting. I wasn't sure, since I haven't walked anything this steep without trekking poles since I hurt my knee, how it would do going downhill, but it's actually just fine. Downhill is easier than uphill. Yeah, they always have watch out. Bear and mountain lions live here, like signs, and I'm always seeing them being like, I would really, if there's bears living here, I really wish I could just see one day. And it's like, lived here for like 3 years, and I guess normally I don't hike this far up into the mountains, though. If I did more, maybe I would see bears more. There's the airport. You can see it a little better, the tower. And then you just barely make out in the mountains. You can see them a lot better up there. I think earlier I couldn't even see them on the phone here. I just could with my eyes. I wonder if the higher elevation up there, I'm like up above some of the smog or whatever the heck this is. Because it gets like this sometimes. It's been really warm for a couple days, and it gets like this sometimes. It'll like mostly look like it's hazy, like over Seattle and stuff. And not it all looks like it's stuff that just stays right down low to the ground. It's like it was clear yesterday, it was warm, but it was really windy, and the wind seems to blow it all off. But today has been a really, really just still day, no wind at all, and it'll get really hazy then, like down in the valleys and stuff. That's what it seems like. So I was wondering if up there was high enough that I was above it more, and the top of the mountains were above it, so you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, so I've had a pair of hiking shoes I've been wearing that I got like 12 years ago or something. At home, I mostly, or when I lived in the Southeast, I mostly just wore them hiking. I eventually wore them out enough where the bottoms were worn out, where they didn't get good traction, and I didn't really care if I wore them out even more, so I've been just wearing them everywhere. Normally if I have one good pair of hiking shoes, I try not to wear them on pavement so it doesn't wear out the bottoms real bad. But these, they've been worn out for a while, so I've been still just wearing them hiking mostly. I didn't really realize they were so bad until this winter when it snowed some. And I just couldn't stand up on snow or ice at all on them. So I got out. What I'm wearing now is same kind. I got them on clearance from an outdoor store. It was going out of business. So they were like half price or something. So I just bought them because I knew I would want them eventually. And they've just been sitting there for years. And I finally got them out to where when it was snowing. So I knew this trail was kind of steep, some of it, so I actually wore them today. So this is the first time I've actually like walked in them more than just a little bit through the snow. So my feet are actually kind of starting to hurt because I guess they're not broken in good and I'm not used to walking maybe this much, but it is nice getting traction, and feet aren't hurting that bad. They're not wearing blisters on my feet. They're just rubbing a little more than they normally would. Yeah, the craziest thing is the other ones, I was just still wearing them. They got where they didn't get traction, but the normally shoes, even they'll start wearing out the back on my heels. The padding inside will wear out. And then, sometimes they'll come unglued. So the padding, my 12-year-old ones is what I mean. The padding, like, around my heel, where it just wore through, where your heel's great, like, touching the outside of the shoe, kind of. That didn't wear through until, like, the last few weeks has started. They both have gotten holes in the back. And they slip my heels a little more now too because they're worn out. But I can't believe it's taken like 12 years for them to do that. And like the last 3 years, I've just been wearing them, every single day for shoes. And they're still not coming unglued. And they're still pretty comfortable, even with them wearing out around the hills. So I'm still gonna wear them on pavement and everything. They're just not functional for hiking unless it's flat. So I assume that these will probably last another 10 or 12 years. Who knows? I was just surprised. I wasn't thinking about it until I got these out, the new ones out to wear in the snow. I hadn't really thought about how old my old pair was. But there's some I bought in Gothenburg like years and years and years ago. In the Smokies. Oh, my freaking knees. I don't know how to walk downhill anymore. They're not hurting, they're just, there's muscles I don't usually use that are burning at this point. So I'm going to get I'm going to get really good in shape. That's what's going to happen. It's starting to get dark. Like I looked at the bear for just as much time as I had. And the Fitbit has been doing its job. I've been literally getting my legs in shape by playing Fitbit. Literally. I've played the last few weeks enough multiple times to make myself sore. My leg had been better. My knee wasn't bothering me at all. And then I went dancing a couple times. Vera wanted me to, well, she asked me if I wanted to go line dancing, I guess, and I did. And did some Scottish dancing, and I hurt my knee every single time. Because it's a lot of twisting, and I guess I'm not used to twisting yet. And then I went a bit without playing Fitbit or hiking, and it kind of, regressed a lot. So I thought, well, crap, I don't know if I can walk down steep hills, so I gotta step up the Fitbit playing. So that's what I did, and it's definitely worked good. Have problems walking up and down mountains, just play more Fitbit and Beat Saber. Oh, I didn't notice, there's a whole meter and everything over there. I didn't notice walking through earlier. In some electrical box. Because it used to be an old campground. I don't know what kind. This is a King County park, but the trail keeps going up and goes into a state park. I think I was probably in the state park. Yeah, it hasn't been, looks like it hadn't been a campground in a really long time. And hi, Jello Jester. Because, long enough, there's no trees in them really, but, some of the campsites have had limbs, way down, in some smaller trees and stuff, where it looks like it's been years and years since it's been a campground. And this is a King County park now. King County doesn't have any campgrounds, so I assume maybe it used to be part of the state park or National Forest Service campground or something, and they closed it, and then King County bought the land or something. Or maybe they used to have campgrounds and they just don't anymore in any other parks. A lot of the state parks have campgrounds, and this one doesn't. It's Squawk Mountain State Park, and this borders it, so I was kind of curious if this used to be part of it and a park campground or something. I think I'll try to research it. Just kind of curious why it closed and everything. Who used to have it, or maybe it was a private one or something, and then the county bought it and made it a park. Oh, we're back down to Mega Moss. I guess it did. I didn't think about it. I was talking about the moss coming up here. It did get way, way, way less mossy. And this is down kind of in the valley between the mountains, so I guess I can see this not drying out most of the winter. I'm sorry if I'm bobbing the camera a lot. I've gotten better at holding it still, but I'm not used to walking down super steep hills. I feel like I'm doing a bad job, probably. Also, I'm worried about making people sick if it bobs too much, watching. So now we're back down to just actual road. One of the old campground roads. Big wide gravel road. All the campsites all along here. Hiking, if I'm going up or downhill too much and I really bother the camera, is I guess one of the times when a GoPro might actually be nicer because it has better image stabilization. Also, if I want to do something long and use trekking poles, like I might want to going way up there because I think it's like 1,400 feet elevation gain or something like that, which is more than what I'm used to walking. I could use my GoPro and just mount it to my shoulder, which is what I used to do before I got this iPhone, if I did any streams, walking streams. It's kind of nice. I mostly use this still. I mostly use this. It's kind of nice not having to hold anything, but it's also nice being able to point it around and like at the overlook, zoom the camera in, and all the stuff that I can't really do with a GoPro. You can't. I could like connect to the GoPro with a phone app and make it less wide angle, but not like, zoom it in and stuff. So you get some nice views using a phone. And I used GoPro because my hiking I usually don't have good bit rate, and my Android phone the Android app just couldn't throttle good enough, but this iPhone does just as good as my Bella box. Well, it looks prettier IRL with the sun setting. Oh. Behind the mountain. People coming up the trail? I just heard talking from somewhere. Oh, maybe it's people coming down the trail and they're behind me, so they're right up the hill since it switchbacks kind of back and forth. Probably, I think. Man, my legs are gonna be wrecked after this. I had kind of planned on going mountain biking one of the days, today or yesterday, but I played a bunch of Fitbeat last time I did Beat Saber, enough to make myself sore, and then I did a bunch of exercises the next day. I was sore at first, and then I warmed up and I was fine, so I'm like, okay, these are mostly using other muscles, I'm gonna do them. But I guess I worked out the same ones, so my legs were just like destroyed after that. So yesterday I thought, well, I can't go mountain biking. That's gonna be 3 days in a row of using the same muscles and not letting them recover. So I put it off. Thought I might go today, and then I still was kind of sore and decided, because I did play more Fitbit last night, even though I said I wasn't going to. So I decided to go walking, but this is really steep for someone that's used to walking on flat stuff. I also didn't know for sure how long I was going to walk, so I took both of my battery packs. So I have both of the big ones in my Bella box and everything in my backpack. So it weighs like, I don't know, 20 or 30 pounds. It might actually not, but it probably does weigh 20. Those battery packs are freaking heavy. They're both 27,000 milliamp ones. Oh, I'm almost all the way down. This is, I think, the first trail that cut off of the main one. Oh, other than the fire road that went up. And the main one cuts off of down here. Oh, my legs are burning so bad. This got steep, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna stop and stretch for a minute. Oh. It's just like every step is just like burn. Cool tree. I like some of these big trees. Whatever kind of evergreen that is. I mean, there's a lot of them up here. There's just a few. There's not that many huge ones. I guess all of this has been logged at some point. Here's where the trail goes down. the dog. I mean, I guess that's what she was worried about. And, like, I didn't know either. Like, I know bears pretty much don't. At least as far as I knew, I assume black bears here are like the ones in the Smokies. And you, unless they have cubs and you get close to them, they don't really care about you. But I don't know if they cared about dogs or not. It's a little bitty mini creek. So like she said she was worried about it because she had a dog. And I'm just thinking like, yeah, I don't know. I know they wouldn't try to eat the dog because I don't think they eat meat. Unless it's just really small stuff. But, I don't know, maybe they do. I was thinking they didn't. But, who knows if it'd think the dog was a, threat. And eat the dog, basically. But this is weird. There's this huge boulder in the middle of the creek. Kind of cool. Just saw. Like, did it just roll down the freaking mountain? Or I guess maybe it was underground and the creek has just washed out all the dirt from around it over who knows how many years. Like, it's definitely been there a really, really long time. But that's the first thing I saw. A pistol? What? Is that a word for a kind of boulder or something? Oh. There's a few more steps and then a road, and then my legs can stop for the day. Issaquah Highlands. I assume this must be the name of what the campground was. Because this was like, I guess, the main road that came up. And it goes up there and then cuts back to all those other roads. And they had the, like, sign. That sounds like a private campground named Issaquah Highlands. Should make it easy to find out about it and when this became a park instead. Oh, and I don't know what you mean by pistol or revolver, because we're just talking about because all I was talking about was a boulder, and I don't know what you're talking about, a pistol or a revolver. But so yeah, I'm lost. Oh, that's fine. Maybe it sounded like I said something else, or also I'm bad at keeping up with stuff. I might have said something. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, no, okay, yeah, I was talking about, I can see that, yeah. I was just talking about that boulder, or whatever, big rock that was sitting in the middle of the creek. But yeah, that's fine, don't worry about it. It's hard to, understand everything somebody says on Twitch. I also, I think, mumble sometimes. Yeah. That's why I was wondering, like, well, is a pistol a word for a boulder? Because like I never know. Like there's been stuff before, and I thought people were talking about something else, and it's just like. So walked up to here. No, walk to here. And this is the other trail that goes over and switch backs back and forth and then goes to this. And that's the main, the big, like, overlook. So this is, like, the first overlook that I got to. The last one I was just at, coming down. And then it went in the mountains, kind of where its cell service got bad. And then that's where I turned around at. So looking at elevation, it levels off here, but it's kind of up near the other line. I might keep enough service. And once I got past here, it gets steeper, so I should be up on the side of the mountain where the edge isn't hiding me. And then probably be fine going the rest of the way up there. I was trying to decide if I thought I could stream all the way to Debbie's View one day if I went there, and I think I can. It's just the like 5 minutes I walked where the bit rate was kind of bad. There might just be about another 5 minutes of that. They have lights here. Let's switch this camera real quick. Sorry. Alrighty. Oh. I'm not actually. Wow, that actually clips in even with a battery pack on the phone. I was trying it, but I didn't know if it would. Yep, hey, Mr. Winnie Cat. Probably should just actually go ahead and end now. There's not really much else to stream. I could. Trying to decide if there'd be any good views of the sunset, but I don't think there really would. So I guess I'll go ahead and stop now. Good night, Mr. Winnie Cat, and anyone else that's here. I hope you all had a nice time watching and everything. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out as a... That was nice. I think I will... raid Namaki. Let's see. This phone doesn't have any sound. My headset. Okay, anyways, I guess once the raid finishes counting down, probably like 30 seconds left, 20. So I'm gonna work tomorrow evening, but I might try to do some IRL stream before work. Probably won't stream Beat Saber until maybe Monday or Tuesday. I'll probably be busy working the next 3 evenings. Unless for some reason I get on my work early. So, probably maybe just an IRL stream tomorrow, if there's one. Thank you for the follow, Thomas Young. I mostly stream